Hey, I'm Stacy K. Welcome to the Morning Stand-Up, and I'm joined here by
Bianca Cristovao.
And we are on the way to the airport.
Get me out!
Because she came to do the Spin the Night Fashion Week.
And it was fabulous.
It was fun.
We all crushed it. It was awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And now we're both really tired.
Really tired. Just trying to get to the
airport. But we need to make content out of going to the airport too.
Yes.
Because of society. That's what society wants.
This is society wants us to do this.
Yeah, society. Society
it's
says.
Not us. We actually, if anything, we wanted to drive inside.
Yeah. We don't want to be on the internet or
No,
like
we want to be present
right.
in the moment and share like actual real stuff. Talking about real stuff.
Like what?
Hey, look how it's shaking.
I know, it's funny. I think it's got motion smoothing on the camera, so maybe.
So what was your favorite part about last night, Stacy?
When it was over. It was great. Listen, when I'm producing a show, it is so fucking stressful.
I can imagine.
And that show was the most complicated show I've ever done. Come on, man. If you're gonna switch in my lane like that, like speed up. Like don't. Jesus.
She is in a real car. This is not a green screen. Okay? It's not Hollywood. This is real.
I have a studio. With a car for this podcast.
Green screen, everything.
I was running the show very, very tired. I was so glad that nothing horrible happened. Nobody died. Yeah. So, you never know.
Although my course
it's show business, baby. The show must go wrong.
My course set was really, really tight, I have to say.
Mine was too. It was poking me. It was
poking me too.
Oof. But it was so pretty.
So pretty. So worth it. So worth it. And the designer loved the comedy show.
Oh, she was so happy.
She came up to me after.
So happy. I was a little worried because we told a lot of suicide and drug and rape jokes.
There was one suicide joke.
No, there were several suicide jokes.
Really?
You made several suicide jokes.
Me? No.
I'm pretty sure you said that.
No, never. No, I know my set. I don't talk about suicide.
I'm pretty sure you said something like you wanted to kill yourself.
Nope.
Oh. Oh, well, I'm pretty sure that Sarah and Megan both said that. Okay. Alani said it too.
I never say I want to kill myself because that's not true. I actually love life. I love life. The only thing that I said was, "Hey guys, how are you? Can you breathe? Because I can't." That was it. Because it was so tight.
Right.
That was the closest I got to suicide. No.
I used to talk about suicide a little bit more. I never talk about suicide anymore.
Yeah.
Because once. Never mind. What were you gonna say? I'm gonna bail from that topic.
I was trying to kill myself.
I deny these allegations.
No. So I don't talk about suicide. I don't talk about rape. Yeah. So
I had like 4 of those in there last night. Did you catch all those?
Yeah. Yeah. Designer loved it.
Yeah. Despite all
the designer loved it. Loved it. And I loved it. I loved the dress. I was a little bit worried about my dress because, I was worried if, you can see my underwear. But then everyone's underwear was showing, so it wasn't even a thing.
You can see my underwear?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What underwear did you see?
Leah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you had a transparent dress. Mm-hmm. It was a fun show.
And Megan's underwear too.
Yeah. They really focused on their butts.
Yeah. So, it was a fun show. It is very challenging to be funny when you're wearing like a gown.
Is it?
I think it is.
I thought you were hilarious.
Well, thank you.
That was a great set.
I was definitely self-conscious about it.
I think that almost makes it's very interesting. Because I was like watching everybody's sets and like everybody, it was like a little bit different than what we're used to. Because we never performed like that.
Never.
And everybody kind of had a little riff at the top on their outfit.
Oh, yeah. We have to address it.
I think it's good footage.
Yeah.
You don't want to look at yourself now, but whenever you're ready again to see, I think you'll really like the stream recording of your set, even though we didn't get on your phone. I'm sorry. So Kansas City, did you enjoy it? You can be honest.
like that wife. Like, yeah, be honest with me. Do I look fat in this dress?
Hey, my followers are not like huge Kansas City fans, so they won't be upset. I shit all over Res State America.
I do have to say that, like, after the show, even before, I met some really amazing people. I was surprised that, like, how awesome the people were. Really warm, fantastic people. Even heard some people came, they were excited to see me, so I was excited about that. I didn't think that people in Kansas would know who I am, so that was nice. It was just my first time here, and I actually quite loved it. And then today, I saw a little bit of downtown and had amazing coffee. Not coffee. Actually, I didn't have coffee. I had Coke. But I was
like Coca-Cola.
I had Coca-Cola. Yeah, I had Coca-Cola. Not the drugs. Coca-Cola.
You don't want to get Coke here.
No, not Coke in Kansas City.
No.
Had wonderful food.
Which way? 635, right?
Yeah. Oh, we did it. Almost didn't make it. Almost didn't make that trip. And then I would have to stay here and live here forever.
That would be horrible.
That honestly, like,
I would be so mad if you had to live at my house. My cats would be pissed.
The dog would be happy. So I actually really loved it.
That's cool.
Yeah, enjoyed your food, enjoyed your drinks, enjoyed your people, and no complaints.
It's sad you're a vegetarian.
Yes.
Because in Kansas City, we have really good barbecue.
But I do have to say that being vegetarian was very easy in Kansas City.
Yeah. We have pretty good, like, yeah. And did you get any Asian food while you were here?
We went to Thai place together.
We have really good Vietnamese restaurants and all Chinese restaurants.
Okay.
Here, if you like that, but yeah, the barbecue is what we're most famous for.
Okay, well,
but that's mostly. I mean, there's some vegetarian options, but meat is the main thing. You can get onion rings, you know.
Love the onion rings.
You don't like onion rings?
No, I do. It's just not a meal.
Right.
So nutritious value.
There's fat.
Yeah.
Carbs. Good for you. It turns into energy.
Don't believe her.
It's calories.
Not how she keeps her body the way it is.
Yeah, I eat so much junk food. Yes.
One of those people.
I just don't eat I don't eat like high quantities of it. I just regularly eat high calorie foods because it's hard for me to get in enough calories in a day.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't really like eating very much.
Okay.
So if I'm eating like all vegetarian shit, I have to eat a lot.
So you're one of those people who are like, do you lose weight easily?
Yeah, pretty easily. I've been gaining recently, which is cool. I've been trying to gain.
Good.
I've been drinking a Coke every morning. Non-Diet Coke. Why is it?
Coke is... Are you kidding?
Coke is good for you.
The chemicals? Okay, guys, can you please comment if you think that Coke is healthy for you?
Listen, I know.
Every day a Coke that... No.
Prove it. Show me the research.
Just put a coin inside a Coke bottle and see what's going to happen to it within like a day. Yeah.
You know what?
It.
You put a coin in my stomach and see what happens to it in a few days.
Well, it's going to die because of the Coke that you're pouring in. Oh my God.
I deny these allegations that Coke is that bad for you. You keep it in your calories.
Yeah, and smoking is fine too, right?
Smoking is not Coke. It's different.
Smoking is okay.
Smoking is a fucking nicotine is a goddamn carcinogen, like a really bad carcinogen. Sugar is only a little bit of a carcinogen.
Sugar is the worst thing you can do to your body, but it's not even just about
the worst thing.
Sugar is truly one of the worst things you can do to your body.
I can think of so many worse things to do to your body.
Yeah, that's true. It's toxic penis. Sugar.
Which way? I'm going straight, right?
Yeah, you keep going. You have still 8 miles ahead.
Well, I'm doubting myself because I'm using my phone to record this thing, so.
Oh, that's true.
I usually always turn it on, even though I've driven
is bad. No. McDonald's is bad.
You just said people know, though. Show me the goddamn research.
I will show you the research.
Okay.
I will show you. I will dedicate my whole hour at the airport searching for
And you need to understand
that Coke is bad.
I have a master of science in data science. So
And then nobody told you? You didn't do your research? On Coke?
Oh, I did. That's whenever I was like, oh, this is.
Do you work for
bullshit.
Coca-Cola?
No.
Do they pay you?
No. I did have a statistics professor though, who vehemently hated the idea that Diet Coke was like gives you cancer.
Okay.
You know, aspartame, and that I can tell you right now is actually bullshit. Like, I can prove it that the aspartame does not cause cancer. Like it might be bad for you in other ways, but it definitely does not cause cancer.
I didn't say that Coca-Cola causes cancer. I just
What
said
do you
it's
think
not
it would
very
do to
good
me?
for you. I think it's not good for your guts. I think it's not good for gut health. And I think your gut health is the most important thing you have.
Well, my gut health has been fucked up. That's why I don't drink coffee. Is because my gut doesn't.
Maybe you should stop drinking Coca-Cola and see what happens.
Well, it was before. And I don't always drink Coke. Like there'll be times when I won't, but it's just hard for me to get stuff down my stomach in the morning. I'm like always pregnant.
I think I'm gonna stop drinking for another week.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
I haven't drank in a long time.
It's nice.
I drank just a little bit of wine last night before my set, and
do you feel like it helps you?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit can loosen you up before a set.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it even had effect because I did it like right before I stepped on the stage.
Yeah, I know.
I just stole it from Alani. I just grabbed her thing. She didn't even know. What?
So are you gonna keep your dress?
No, I have to give it back. They'd be so mad at me.
You had the most iconic dress.
Oh, thank you. I did really like that dress.
Yeah, it was.
I was scared to move around in it.
Yeah.
I was worried, like posing, and then it was so revealing.
Yeah, well, they all were, but yeah, that one was the most. Of course, Queen Bee.
And listen, I'm trans, okay, so I had to tape stuff back. And who knows if people noticed it. I was worried they would see my tape.
That bright light was pretty intense.
Oh, it was.
I'm excited to look into the footage and
The pictures are going to be amazing too.
pictures.
I worked with that photographer before. She takes very good pictures of shows.
There was also a guy taking pictures.
Yeah, I didn't hire that guy.
He just showed up.
That was Sarah got him there. So I don't know how good his work is. So we'll see. I'm sure they wasn't bad because how could you fuck that show up like this?
Yeah, that's true. You were taking amazing pictures on the backstage.
Yeah, the phone footage was incredible.
Yeah.
This whole podcast episode is just an advertisement for my show that's already happened.
Next time, you know.
Who knows about this next time? I'm quitting comedy after this. I'm done. I'm out of the game.
What do you have to do this year? Like, what are your milestones you want to do?
Get out of Kansas.
That's fair. I'm happy I got to see it before.
Before the Civil War started. Okay.
Before the Civil War. It's like when people go to Cuba, before the fucking regime falls.
Right.
To see it in its communist form, the same way I came to Kansas. Like, okay. Nice.
You been to Cuba lately?
I've never been to Cuba.
My Cuban friend says it's not doing great lately.
Okay.
Been doing real bad. So
that surprised me.
3% of Cubans immigrated away from Cuba last year. 3%. Yeah.
Wow.
A whole 3% of the entire population left.
Yeah. That's usually
cataclysmic.
And that's usually, half of them will be the people who can actually afford it.
Yeah. It's the most privileged to get to leave. It used to be easier for Cubans to immigrate to the U.S.
Yeah.
Until they repealed dry foot, wet foot. You know what that is? Or wet foot, dry ended it, and then Trump came in and of course kept it, and then Biden hasn't undone it yet. So it's really hard for Cubans to get here, and they're getting here anyway. But like for legal reasons, it's difficult.
I do like Cubans. Not Republicans though.
There's a lot of Cuban Republicans.
A lot of Cuban Republicans.
A lot of Cuban Republicans.
Well, it doesn't make sense because they are the ones who came here with money.
I think the biggest reason Cubans went so hard right was because Obama repealed dry foot, wet foot. I think that was a really big thing in swinging the vote in the other direction. And I want Biden to bring it back, but Pennsylvania is a really racist place, and they don't want any immigrants, so.
Pennsylvania doesn't want any immigrants.
Nope.
What's the capital?
Of Pennsylvania?
Philly. Yeah.
Yes, Philadelphia's capital. And then there's Pittsburgh on the other end. So there's like two pretty good cities, and then Alabama is in between.
Okay.
People call it Pennsyltucky. And the state.
But it's so crazy, right?
It's voted Democrat. It voted Democrat in 2020, but it's tough. It's competitive. So most of our both parties, their goal is to win Pennsylvania. Like that's the most important state. It's crazy.
You know what I'm thinking?
What?
So I'm about to do the immigration swear-in or whatever to get my citizenship, right? And I think I'm gonna call you. You're gonna be my friend on the phone.
Call me?
Yeah, you're gonna be my friend on the phone when I don't know like an answer, to a question. Like
are
who
you
was
a
the
terrorist?
second president? No, like who was the second president of the United States?
So you get a phone a friend for this thing?
Well, yeah, I have my Apple Watch. I'll be like, so loud.
I think I could pass the immigration pass.
I think you could.
I'm pretty sure.
One of
I'm
the few
pretty
people
nerdy.
that I know, who could actually pass.
But I don't think that makes me good. I'm better than everyone else, right? I think that
Yeah, I'm very humble.
Yeah.
Did you always were you always interested in politics, or was it something that you kind of
I always paid attention to it because I thought it was important, how the world moved, and I was worried about what was going to happen next. And I really saw a shift because I was in Arkansas, which voted Democrat all up until 2000 in the Bush election. They voted for Bush, and that was a little close. And in 2004 it got worse, and in 2008 it got way worse because Arkansas is racist. And I saw the Republican Party go from, they said that they were the party of family, the party of Christian values, the party of fiscal responsibility, all this kind of stuff. And when after Obama got elected, they just abandoned all of that, and they still try to claim it or whatever occasionally. But the way that they just sold out for Trump was disgusting. Because my parents raised me a certain way to these things are important. It doesn't matter what the president supports and whether you like him. If he's doing all these illegal things, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
And he's doing all those legal things. And these people don't care. These people who told me that I should care don't care, and it's just surreal. And I feel, and I like Arkansas. I wish that, I like the state. I don't necessarily like the people who have controlled it for the last 20 years. But it's a beautiful state, and I wish I could go back to my home on a regular basis, and I can't really because it's so overtaken. I feel like you've seen Sound of Music, right? The Von Trapp's having to leave Austria. That's how I feel. I feel I cry in the scene whenever he sings Edelweiss to the crowd as his last song before he leaves Austria. I cry every time I see that because I relate to it so hard as having to leave Arkansas. And I don't have that same attachment to Kansas that I do to Arkansas, but I am getting attached to it, and I wish I didn't. I do like Kansas City. people all gathered around Union Station. I pointed that out. I told you that was the best spot in Kansas City, the fanciest. And people outside of Kansas City don't know what Union Station is. They don't know that area. But that's like a shooting at the Empire State Building. That is our iconic area in Kansas City. And as I've seen, it was like a little tiny version of 9/11 here. But it was at first I thought it was terrorism, because who the fuck does the shooting? And they shot a lot of people, 30 people
during celebration. So what was the, not that there is any not that there is reason to shoot ever, that there is ever any reason, but what was the reason?
Like, I was convinced it was terrorism, because just the location of it. Yeah. They got swarmed by cops immediately. There was a ton of cops there. They got caught very quickly, taken into custody. But they still got off like 25 shots because they were AR-15s. And they were kids. Both of them were under 18. And they got in a fight, like an argument, and they just started shooting. And I don't know which one of them did this, but one of them just started spinning in a circle, shooting people, like just like that. And I mean, like, I'm not saying ban all guns forever, but like, if it's AR-15s, you can get off a lot of shots in a very short time period. And if it was a handgun, you only see about 4 people shot or something like that. But you can't just unload on a crowd like that with a handgun. But it's so easy for just kids to get guns here. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's. I love how also you always have to be like careful when you speak about guns. Not that I would ban all the guns.
I think guns are cool. I like guns.
I think it's bullshit. Like,
I want to have guns as long as they're legal, but I want them to be illegal. Like, everybody needs to take them away.
Listen, you don't need guns. Nobody fucking needs guns.
There's times.
Nope, you don't. And it's a good price to pay. If the fucking shootings in schools and all that ends.
I would totally give it up. Yeah. I'm not saying that.
You can. How about this? You can still go to a ranch, and you can still shoot whatever under supervision, but like, you don't need to have guns in your apartment.
No. But yeah, it's that'll never. I don't think that'll ever change.
Just
Americans love their guns too much. They will. Doesn't matter how many people get shot.
No.
I thought after that Vegas shooting, we'd be like,
after the kindergarten shooting, but
yeah, that was.
But then after that, I was like, oh,
there is no price. There is no price, and we could just do simple things, like make it to where the gun companies are liable for when people die. They're like,
I like that.
Because every other company, like a car company, if people are killing a bunch of other people in their cars, they can be sued by it for it.
Yeah.
So a lot of like industries kind of self-regulate because they're afraid of being sued. But gun companies can do whatever they want, and they're immune. They're the only like industry that's immune from prosecution for like murders with their product.
Because that's what they're meant for.
And if we just did that, like, we wouldn't have to manage all of the regulations.
But it is hard because like that gun was invented to kill.
Yeah, the AR-15, that is a combat weapon. Like, you can use that in warfare. Like, it's not like that is not a hunting weapon. I mean, people can use it to hunt. I don't think it's even legal to use to hunt. There's rules on what guns you can and can't use on deer.
I would hope so.
That's the thing a lot of conservatives agree with, because they think you need to be a good sportsman to the animals. But whenever it comes to personal ownership and whatever, you should just be able to carry your AR-15 into the Walmart. It's crazy. We got real political on this podcast.
Honestly, very quick too. It started with like the dress was really cool. Yeah,
like, oh my god, my hair was amazing.
My pussy was out.
And then we were like, the Second Amendment fucking sucks. We hate the Second Amendment. We hate the Constitution in America. This is how my podcasts go a lot of the time. I'm a huge political nerd.
Like, the closer we get into the airport, the more tense the conversation was getting.
You worried about going through TSA?
No, I'm worried about that sign. No open guns. I'm like, what? You guys do that here? guys seem so nice and lovely.
It's called Kansas City Nice. Have you ever heard that?
Never. But I experienced it.
So, okay, have you watched Fargo? You haven't watched Fargo?
No, I don't know.
You gotta watch the show. Okay. The 4th season is in Kansas City. It's set in Kansas City in the 1960s. Chris Rock and who else? There's big stars. It was really cool. It's like crime stuff, shooting and everything. But the 5th one is set in Minnesota, and they called it Minnesota Nice, but it's like a Midwestern thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! I went the wrong way.
Yeah, seems like it.
See, okay, whenever I'm going to the airport, it says arrivals or departures, right? And I always think that you should go to arrivals because I'm arriving, right?
Because you are arriving.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
We have a nice airport here now.
It is nice.
It's very fast and stuff. It used to be so bad. It was terrible. So I'm gonna have to circle all the way around to go to the departures.
I cannot just walk up.
No.
Okay.
Well, I'll drive you there.
Thank you.
Make the podcast last just a little bit longer.
Okay.
Do you have anything important you need to tell everybody? You have about a minute and a half to do it.
Important? Well,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be American this year, so this whole conversation was very valuable to me.
Wait, you aren't American yet?
No.
Get out of the car.
I will. Don't worry about it.
You have a visa or you have a green card?
Green card. I'm a resident.
But you need to get the citizenship.
Yeah. So the difference is that I don't have an American passport yet.
Can you vote?
No.
Well, you'll be able to vote soon.
I will be
right?
able to vote. Yeah.
Sweet.
So I want to vote for the presidential elections.
Oh yeah.
I've been here for a very long time.
Nice.
It's been
How long you been here?
12 years.
Pretty long
13
time.
actually.
You were in Czech before?
Mm-hmm.
Did you live anywhere else?
Yes, I live in Germany.
You live all over Europe?
And I lived in Denmark. Yep. Germany, Denmark, and a little bit of England, a little bit of London. I did.
How do I circle back?
I would turn left here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Good call. Oh. Isn't it sad how many people have to get... Oh, nope. We went the wrong way.
I don't know.
At least we're here early.
Listen.
What?
We can easily go back where we were, and then I can take the escalator up.
Alright, so I don't like any of these options.
I actually like the oversized vehicles. I feel like, see, we're getting somewhere.
Oh.
See, I think I can get out of here and then just get up there.
You want me to just dump you out here? That's so unprofessional.
No, you tried. You really did.
I usually don't miss it this many times, but I'm recording a podcast.
I know.
And I'm
We've
focusing
learned
on my voice.
yesterday. Yesterday we've learned
What?
that when you're performing, it is hard to focus on other things.
Do you want me to really just
Yeah,
drop
this
you
is
off
great.
right here?
Perfect.
Just stop right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a dramatic ending.
I know.
Dramatic.
It's very
ending.
sad. Goodbye forever.
Oh, Jesus.
How much? You got stuff in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, let's end the podcast now. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Bianca, for doing the show
My pleasure.
and the podcast.
Yes.
And I hope you have a great flight.
Thank you.
Oh.